Hello, Squirrel Squad. Sorry if my hair's been looking mangy the past couple of days. I ran out of my gel, or almost, and I tried to get more, and they only had the mousse, and I think I put too much on it, so it's kind of gunky. Let's start out the day talking about our weird hair. Let me find myself on here and put this on live. Hey, Flip Flops. Hey, Regina. How are you, ladies? How in the world are you? What's in your cup and on your hooks or needles? Hey, Angela. I think I missed saying hey to you yesterday. Dana. Deborah B. and Hope. Howdy doing, David? Hey, Edna. Oh, no. Everybody say a prayer for Miss Edna. She's got a bad back. Use my phone. Oh, my gosh. My wires are tangled up. I'm tangled up in my wires. Let's see. I hate that, Miss Edna. I know when your back hurts, that's kind of like your feet. Everything hurts. Hey, Sugie Pat, I love you right back. Howdy, Sandra. And Annette, Pastel Dreams. And our flower Tammy and Gracie. Yeah, hey, honey. She said she'd be lurking. There she is. Hey, Q Linda and Sandrine and Cynthia. All right. Howdy back. Hey, Estella and DJ. David said he's got a bad front, but he's learned to live with it. Crazy David. I love it. Pat says water in her cup and nothing on her hook. Well, that's all right. Sometimes you need to take a break. Here's my Santa hat back here. I finished this hat, y'all, and it has the craziest shape. I should have known not to try to do this by myself. That looks kind of crazy, don't it? It's like a nose. But it's just going to flap to the back instead of the front. And I did buy at Michael's another palm maker, and I've got just enough wool to make a palm. Hey, Enid. Hey, Becky. Is that not the craziest thing you've ever seen? That wasn't what I had in mind, but that's how it turned out. Lordy. Y'all remember this? I gave up on the other one. I kept having problems, so I just started over. This is easy. I think it's me, but I think it is the yarn too. But I really want to use this yarn. Really want a big, fluffy, nice, cozy hat. I don't even know if it's got wool in it, but it feels like it is probably. What is it? Effortless Super Bulky. I got it on when it was on sale at, Hobby Lobby. Oh, it does. It's got alpaca in it. I should have known from all the little fuzzy hairs. There you are with my solar flare hanging. One of the solar flares. Let's see here who's come in the house. Hey, Ola Joe. I know it looks crazy, don't it? Let's see. There's Inherited. Hey, darling. I am feeling great, Diane. That's why I'm thinking a hernia. I go in the morning, y'all. I would have had to wait to see my doctor. I got in touch with him this morning. I would have had to wait to see my doctor a week from tomorrow. So I just got an appointment with his physician's assistant. So I go in the morning at 10 bells. And I know they're going to want to do a scan. So I'm not going to find out anything tomorrow unless I go get this. Well, even if I got the scan tomorrow, I wouldn't know. But anyway, well, I'll be on the road to trying to find out what's going on. Pat, I figured you must have just finished something. So you finished your shawl. I bet it's gorgeous. Becky said you got wet when you left Walmart. So between the rain and hairspray, you don't look. Y'all might not have been in here yet, but I was at the very beginning saying, my hair's been looking kind of rough. I just washed it the other day, but I ran out. Well, I got, tiny bit of I use the Big Sexy Hair gel, and it's expensive, but it lasts a long time. You don't put that much on. Well, since I didn't have that, I used the mousse, and I didn't know how much to put on, and I got way too much. So I need to redo. I need to stick my head back in the sink. And Deborah B says it works. What you saying? What you saying it works about? I always miss out. I probably just said something and I don't know. You have to tell me what it works means. Angela says hey to me and everybody. I'm doing great. Glad you are. She's drinking sweet tea. She's got cube steak sandwiches. Ooh, or that's what she had. I hadn't had some good old cube steak in a long time. Mama used to make that in gravy and over rice. Yum. And Granny Crafter's asking Sandra if she lives near her. She's in Lawrence, South Carolina, off 385. Hey, Kim, Affordably Crafty. And Dana, Triple C, says her cup is bare. Your cup is empty. You need a refill. And Dana's she said, thank you for coming, Dana. And honey, I know if you're working, she's got lots to do. She does that commission stuff like some others of you do. Hey, Camille Vanilli. And Ola Joe again. And Gina, Crafty Grandma Gina. You love my flickering candles. I got those at, they're bad. The candles come out of the little holders. The holders are almost like cast iron, like my little fiber spider squirrel. Y'all ever seen fiber spider squirrel like this? It's got a little tea light in it. It's flickering, but you probably can't tell. It needs a new one in there. It's not too light. It's not too bright. Left is right. It's our Sandy. How are you feeling, darling? You've been in my prayers, you and your hubby. And Dinky Crafts Jennifer is here. And Kim says she's drinking pumpkin spice coffee. Kim, I was like, grr, at your husband again. What in the world? With those leaves at the end of your driveway. Oh my gosh. You sure you want to marry that man? I'm just saying. David's telling Edna that he's in Wilmington. We've talked about doing an NCSC get-together sometime next year. Yep, we need to do that. Looks like a red Hershey's Kiss. Oh, that in my hat. Yeah, kind of. It's not as pointed, though. And David's saying hey to Kim and how she's looking like she's feeling lots better. And I'm so glad. I felt so bad for Kim and Sandy and anybody that's had that awful that we don't want to talk about. Sandy says, hey, all my fabulous, incredible, stupendous, magnificent, terrific, marvelous, talented, yarny friends. Had to get a big puff of air. So good to have you back, Sandy. Sandrine says, I know about that back pain. Lord help me and everyone else who's dealing with it. Amen. Praying for you too, honey. I always pray and crochet with Shonda is here saying hey to me and all in the chat. Everybody's telling everybody hello. Miss BJ's in the house. Nana Michelle, she's in the ads. Might be out by now. Hey, Chandler. And Edna says she don't think she'd be interested. She don't get out much. Hey, Brenda Bear's Crochet Critters. She said hey to me and all the squirrel folk. But Edna says thank you. And Sandy says yes, Deborah B. We're all better. Thank the Lord. Woo, where's my bells? Yes, thank you, Jesus. Woo! Yes. And I'm good today. Yesterday and today, I've been great. Knock on my head. And Deborah B says, thank goodness. Prayers answered. Amen. Geraldine, hey, darling. She says, hope everything it'll be all right. It will be okay. Hey, Cindy Lilliard. Diane says she's working on a hat for her grandson. And Barbara Riggle Baker's in the house from her little corner of Kentucky. Thank you. It's actually a shawl. Look at this pen, Kim. You would love that. You know, Doris from Rose Cottage Studio, you know how she goes around blessing all of us. She made me this beautiful shawl last year before Christmas. So I've been getting a lot of, and my Sissy, Teresa Patton, made me a beautiful green. I think it's green and white. But my kids, when they were here, they packed up most all. I got Jaxie's shawl out and a cow that Teresa did. I got a couple things in here, but they sacked up all my projects that are finished. I guess they thought I needed to donate them, so they put them in my car. I ain't never brought them back in yet. I'm trying not to lift and do too much. If this is a hernia, I'm trying not to, trying to move around very gingerly and just says, I don't want to be sick again. Lord help. Hey, Bonnie got knit. She's saying, evening, everybody. Edna's working on a doll. Your Emmys are great. Sharon's here saying hello, all. And Kim's working on her cardigan for her little boy, Stephen Jr. And Sandra says, Aiken County, so not far from you, Edna. Hey, Katrina, your internet was out for 3 hours. Just came back just in time. See your mama. Thank you, honey. And she says, hello to everybody in the chat. Katrina does. Miss Sandy's telling folks howdy do. Edna said, okay, just down the state. Chandler says, hey to Mama Cat. And David said he's still working on a new sweater and he still has 2 other sweater patterns he hasn't published yet. It's okay. You'll get it done. Pat says, yay, GrannyDee going to the doctor tomorrow. I know. I was glad I could get in to see her. Ola Joe says, BRB, be right back. Hey, Linda Barnum. And Sandy says, Mr. Wright and I are now totally healthy. Thanks for thinking of us. And woo! We're going to shake, rattle, and roll again. I'm so glad. I hate to hear about anybody having that. And Kim said, grr, yard work fell. I know, she said. I'm like, what? Oh, mercy. And Kim Affordably Crafty said, Sandy, I need to email you. Would you be interested in doing a joint live? You think Octavia's egg is fixing to hatch soon? That would be cool. Hug, sweet Mimi Cat do. And I've been playing your playlist. You're always so good to play mine, and several others have been. And I thank you all for anybody that's been playing mine. That's great. But if you would keep playing Madonna ballads, that would make me so happy. Pat says, hubby and I taking a few days off this week. You need to get out of Dodge, LOL. That sounds good. And Maribel, hey, honey. Chandler says she's crocheting at work and answering phones. Folks telling each other, hey. And Sandy says to Kim, that sounds like a terrific idea. And she's telling her where her emails are. There's my Nana Michelle out of the ads. Hey, sweetie. And thank you so much. How's little Enya doing? Is he still after a critter, or did he get it? Hey, Roberta. And who have I missed? Let's see here. And Nana Michelle says hey to everybody and anyone she may have missed. And Kim said, ooh, I do love that pen. Yep. She gifted me this with the pen attached. And I thought it was right nice. It's nice and glittery. I love it, love it, love it. And it's nice and heavy. It's warm. It's nice and warm. And Linda says, hey, sweet knees. I think that's what she calls Sandy. And David said, Doris sent him the cutest Christmas. I got one too. Did it say Merry Crocheting? I got it in the pile over here. I need to put them up back here, but I'm still waiting on Hannah Banana to come over. We got to get that back wall stoned. It gets on my nerves being all blank back there. All squirrel corners still intact. We got to get the paper back here and then get all that stuff moved from there to back here. Then I'll be really happy with this room. I love it the way it is, but you know. And Affordably said it. Woohoo! Excited. She'll email you later. And there's Catbird and Tony's just not right. And Fleet Farm, she said, they want a mint for plastic. I don't know about Fleet Farm. Tell us more. Hey, Pixie Stitch. Ola Joe is back. Mobs is here. And how's your husband, honey? Tony says when she gets home, she wants to finish a scarf and start on a cardigan. Hey, Venice, Italy vlog, you got me at the beginning. Woohoo! And DePeasy's Crochet. Hey. And Joshua and Doris Artman. And Triple C Dana says, love you all. And she's still here working on this beanie. Thank you, darling. Thank you for the lurk. I know you're busy. Jennifer Dinky Crafts. Jennifer says, hey to everybody in the chat. And Katrina, glad your internet is back. Yes, that's so aggravating. And Lashira's here saying hey to me and everybody. And Joshua and Doris said she hardly ever gets to the lives. Just popping in to say hi and see how long you can stay. Well, I hope you can. Hey, Sweet Dago and Queen Bee Crochet. Lashira saying hey to folks. Hey, let's see. Pixie says she's drinking coffee and working on a crochet sweater. I'm getting back onto this, if you didn't hear. I cut the other one off. It kept I could not get it right. So I just started over. This is so easy. Just a slip stitch band. But I was having such a doggone problem with it. I hadn't done much, y'all. Y'all know I don't do much ever. But when I'm feeling just a little bit... not myself, so I've done just a wee bit more on this. This is Princess Pebbles. In what kind of yarn was this? Bernay or Bernat Softy Baby. I want it to color pull in some kind of... I gotta get more done on it before I can see, what it's gonna look like. But I know on Vlogmas I was talking about how Vlogmases are so just like me. They're just like this, here, there, and everywhere. And I'm working on that piece with this beautiful hook that I think is an H. And this was the boy resin hook. It just ended up in that bag. It's a J, I think. Yeah, it says J, but 5.75. I think we talked about that before. In this cool little bag, someday when I learn to do socks, if I use Kitchener stitch, I think this bag is cool that it has it. written down there for you. Knit Crate had those a while back for really cheap. But I was talking on Vlogmas about I was using double pointed needles on that crazy looking knitted Santa hat. I did, and I was talking about flexi flips, but I was also talking about these. See how you can use just 3 of these instead of 5 double pointed. So I got these sizes to use for I guess socks, but these are kind of big for socks. I got several sets way back. I don't know, I'll lose my stuff. Hey, Susan. Hadn't got to you yet here, but I see you over there. Let's see. I got lost here. Where am I? It moved on me. Okay. I think we said Pixie Stitch. Yeah, what she was doing. And Lashira's telling folks, hey, Sandra says, I haven't mentioned this to y'all recently. The father of our 2 great-grandsons, 7 and 4 years old, was killed in a car accident. Oh, no. Gonna be a sad Christmas for those little guys. Prayers, honey. I see you got lots of prayers from other folks. That's what I was seeing, and I wasn't seeing what was going on. Hey, Monica. That's Miss Dago's daughter. So sorry. That is, I mean, it's terrible any time of year, but especially around a holiday. David says, the card, Merry Crochet and Happy New Year. Yeah, I thought that was cute. For Miss Doris. I hadn't seen Doris around, though, lately. Have you guys? Lots of people telling Sandra prayers. She said, thanks, everybody. She worries about the little ones. Yeah. You know, they get along better than we think they do. They may, my aunt that just passed about a month or a little more than a month ago, she has a little great-grands, well, she's got a couple little great-grand youngins and even her grandchildren. She was very active in all their lives. She kept a whole lot of them, and they're doing okay. They miss her, of course, but Mary Beth is here. Hey, Mary Beth. Prayers for you and yours. And Diane Sharp is saying hey to everybody, saying hey to everybody. Chandler said she met a local celebrity to her today. That's cool. Sharon says she's been attaching the squares on the skull blanket order. Had a nice red V-neck sweater to go with this today. Check out y'all will remember this t-shirt. I had to break out the t-shirt. I was getting hot. Skull and cross needles. I was getting hot, and then I thought, well, you need to look Christmassy, so I put this back. But then I was getting a little bit chilly, but it's been nice. It's been nice here today. About 68 was supposed to be the high. I'm not sure if it ever got there or not, but it was supposed to, somewhere around there. But it's getting cloudy, so it's supposed we got about a 50% chance of rain tomorrow, and it is so dry here. We've had fire, what do they call that, warning, because it's so dry. Some warnings about that. So Acela says she's back. Daughter texted, oh no, she's got a flat tire. What a pain in the behind. Chandler says it's Bobby Brantley from Lizard Lick. Oh, I used to watch that. My old boyfriend liked that on True TV. Hey, Arnie, Layla and Maya's daddy. I always say that's his fur babies. And Ola Joe says, hi, Stella. Bless her heart. Yes, yes, yes. Bless anybody and prayers to anybody that's going through stuff. Love the hook. Me too. I love yarn, hooks, needles, all kinds of things. There's our Madonna. And Kelly, honey. And Kelly, I know Karen's on after me tonight at 6:30, but is anybody, Kelly, or do you, I want to say you come on tonight. Do you? Refresh my poor memory. Madonna's saying hey to folks. Kelly says she's having dinner and listening. Hey, Lana's Design Rita. She's back in Sweden with the hubby, and it's cold. Minus 15 Celsius and snow. Good gravy. Jen, keep warm, girl. I know you know how to do it in Sweden. Jen says, hey there, GrannyDee, and all in the chat, and hey back. Mary Beth says, sending prayers. Yep. And again, folks, say you haven't heard from Dara. I know I need to message her too. Oh, Jen says Doris is stepping away from YouTube. Oh, really? Well, I know her daughter passed. I know that it's been a good while, but not that you get over it ever. But, I knew she was quite active there for a while, but thank you for letting me know. I need to at least email her. And it's getting off so she can work on her project. Have a good night. You too, sweetie. Just about 5 minutes behind. Hooray! David's done with the first sleeve. And Pat said, thanks for the info, Jen. Yeah, Doris from Rose Cottage. Her daughter passed. I want to say, was it last? I don't think they could. It was around the pandemic time when it started. And it was a good while before they could have her, funeral and all. Yeah, that was a very sad, still is. Hey, Lori, she says, hey to everybody. She's listening while making dinner. Oh, she's going to make me hungry. I hadn't eaten diddly squat today. I'm going to have me some soup, though, tonight. She says, teriyaki chicken and rice. Yum. Love and hugs for all those facing this holiday season for the first time without dear loved ones. Amen. Sunita's here. She was in ads. Bet she's out by now. And Arnie says it's cold here in the 20s. Arnie, remind us where you are. And Mary Beth says she loves that show. And I've already forgotten what show. Oh, the Lizard Lick. Yep. Okay, yes, Anita says she's in now. Folks telling Anita, hey. Chandler says she got a picture with him and found out he follows you on Instagram. How about that? Hey, sweet Karen, you made it. Honey, don't worry about it. If you've been keeping little Miss Hazel again, I know you got to get ready for your thing, so no worries. Just come when you can, and I understand, always replay if you want to. We do a little trivia sometimes, and that might be fun. I'm not sure if it is. It's fun for me, but I hope it is for y'all. And Diane, another Diane Desroches. Well, here in Prince Edward Island, Canada, we've had rain for a month. That's blowing hard enough to blow her into North Carolina. Come on, girl. Come on into dry country where it's nice and mild. Temperatures are. Pat says hi to all the squirrels she missed. Acela said her daughter is getting so self-sufficient she didn't panic. That's great. And has a plan. That flat tire. That's great. You know, we all need, oh, you come on Tuesdays. Okay. I knew that, but I was thinking Monday too for some reason. And Mary Beth says, Di, she needs that recipe or needs a recipe for that hot chocolate. And Triple C says 32 degrees and freezing. And folks telling folks, hey, Shatika Woods, blessings back to you, sweetie. Thank you for those. And Sandra said, weather has been nice here with much needed rain coming in. Yep. I think we're expected to have it a few days here. And last I looked at the weather, it was like a 50% chance. I'm hoping we get all 50% of it. Doris said she passed in April, and this is her first holiday. Oh, okay. I was thinking, okay. Madonna says, soup. I love soup. Me too. And that's not even homemade. I love my homemade soup. I love anybody's probably homemade soup, but it's good old Campbell's vegetable beef soup. And then I got some good old tomato that I love grilled cheeses with. And chicken noodle. Chicken noodle, chicken rice, chicken with stars. Folks saying hey to sweet Miss Karen. Yarn at It with Karen will be on at 6:30. We all look forward to that. Seeing what lovely yarn she's got to show. And maybe projects and what we just love to hang out with Miss Karen in Georgia. Amy Long, hey sweets. And let's see. Karen says Hazel got to play with the big lizard today. You wouldn't have been around it, but she loved it. Teresa Patton's grands have one of those. It was riding around. Teresa got she did some FaceTiming with her granddaughter and showed that lizard riding around on one of those Roomba vacuums. It was cute. Am I speaking knitting Greek to you? I don't even remember what I said. Diago's still here, just enjoying her hot cocoa with graham crackers. Kelly says, hey there, Annie Dana. And Karen saying hey to folks, Mary Webb and different ones. Hey, Jeanette Maxwell. Let's see. Trying to get through all the howdies. Hey, little sissy. She's saying hey from the dance floor. And Lori Armstrong got an offer for a new job. She needs prayer as she thinks through the pros and cons of whether to take it or not. So let's help Lori pray that prayer. Mary Beth, I do too. I like to make leftover vegetable beef soup from leftovers when my brother and when I do the Instapot, the roast and carrots and taters in the Instapot. I like to use that as a base and, throw in some corn and some, Hannah likes a little pasta in hers, so I throw in a little elbow macaroni and those peas that David hates. I love English peas or sweet peas, whatever you call them. There's that classy Miss DOY, Miss Jeanette. Lisa the Grammy says she's out in the kitchen making tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. It's 35 outside here in Kansas, she says. And I'm finally caught up. Hey, Irene. Yes, I feel great. 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 Like I say, those attacks just come on and you don't know. It just happens. First, I don't want to talk it up, so I ain't going to say it. And Mary Beth says she's lurking in crochet and working on a shawl. I want to start. I got so many stuff still, all my stuff I still have going. Just showed you a couple. But I want to start. I would love to do something with these minis. I think I about decided, even though I knitted it last year and I wanted to crochet, I really like that pattern called Mini Mania Scarf. So I want to do that, and I want to do the Count Your Blessings shawl. That is a crochet project from Miss Ursula O.M. Granny Square. Grandpa's Adventures is here. Howdy, Grandpa. Did Katrina tell you I've been asking about you? Been worried about my grandpa. But then they said you'd been spending time with your son, so that's a good thing. I think. DJ says it's 37, feels like 29 here. Off the phone now. How is everybody? She says. And Tony says it's 9 degrees in Stevens Point. Her hobby order was at the door, and I hope it was all complete, nothing missing. Karen says hello to all she's missed. Don't be sorry, honey. It's hard to keep up with everybody. You do such a good job with that. Karen, a yarn addict, says hello to anybody she may have missed. And Dickie Crafts Jennifer says she's knitting a Santa hat for me, but it's going to be, did I already say that? It's going to be a longer one. And Jonna's Crochet Journey saying hey to me and everybody. Glad to have you all. And I think we're good now. Catbird says my t-shirt's too funny. I got several of those little funny t-shirts. Okay, let's see how this trivia is. Jeanette Maxwell says they're getting lots of wind. Well, batten down the hatches, girl. Hold on, fasten yourself onto something so you don't blow away. Hope it doesn't cause any damage, though, for real. For real. This one, if it ever comes up, is called On the 12th Day of Christmas. I may have to reload. Yeah, it says, for most people, major reveling is not something we readily associate with Twelfth Night. But at one time, these festivities rivaled Christmas Day itself. This is a quiz that looks at the traditions associated with the 12th day of Christmas. So we'll see if we know any of these answers. On which day is 12th night celebrated, being the last of the 12 days of Christmas and the day before the Feast of Epiphany? The 4th of January, the 6th of January, the 19th of August, the 5th of January. I think we can rule out August. Hey, Ed, how are you? Are you still in the hospital, honey? Lori says January 6th. That's what I think. Pretty sure about that. And we used to keep our tree up till then. Irene says 5th of January. Linus Design Rita says the 6th. Hey, Consuela. Hey, Mama Swift. Trisha, how are you? Hugs and kisses back. And give Quinn some when you can. And how is your son? We're keeping him in our prayers, hoping he's getting better every day. Like I said yesterday, every moment, every minute, every hour. Hey, Deb. Deb's Crochet Cafe, Debbie Reynolds. So I think January 6th. Oh, it's not. Okay, 12th night is defined as the 5th. So who had the 5th? Somebody had it right. Grandpa put the 5th of May. Twelfth Night is defined by the Christian calendar, even though in many ways it's a very unchristian occasion. It falls on the 12th day of Christmas. And remember, these are just folk that could make mistakes that make up these things, but, maybe not. Counting Christmas Day as the first day and the day before Epiphany, so Epiphany is January 6th. I guess that's what I was thinking of. So it's the 5th. Okay, number 2. In 1660, oh Lordy, the diarist Samuel Pepys, P-E-P-Y-S, describes taking his servant girl to a 12th night party. Which of the following, oh my gosh, this is so tiny, I don't know if I can read it. Which of the following is the most likely explanation for this? That he took his servant girl. He wanted to get her drunk as a lesson on the dangers of alcohol. That's number 1. Peeps. Thank you, David. I knew you'd know. Thank you. Hate being so ignorant about these folk, but staying away. Oh, well, that would make sense till you get your retest tomorrow. Your son's doing a little bit better. We're going to celebrate it. Woo! And thank you, Jesus, for hearing our prayers for him. And number 2, 12th Night was a religious festival at which young people were taught the Christian faith. Number 3, 12th Night marked an equalization of society with highest and lowest partying, I guess that's what it says, on equal terms. And the last one says, number 4, 12th Night was one long drunken orgy, I will say no more. Oh, mercy. What say y'all? Yep, it was January 5th, Queen Bee. Sunita, you laying down? You dizzy? Oh, no. Grandpa said 1660 was when he was baptized. Oh, Lordy. Grandpa, you slay me. Dago says there's still time if anyone would like to be one of the birthday angels. Email Dago for details. Katrina said 1660, Grandpa, LOL. And Pat Dancer says, Anita, prayers your way. Yes. I see Mary Beth says 3. Sharon says 3. BJ says, feel better, Sunita. Lori Armstrong says, orgy? What? Oh, mercy. And Dana says, oh, no, LOL. And Ed, I asked you how you were doing, and then I didn't. You probably said, and I didn't see. You look back down through here. I'm sorry if this makes a noise when I scroll on this here Chromebook. Mary Beth says she celebrates it in the Renaissance group she's in, 12th Night. I bet that is so cool. Well, I'm not seeing it as far back as I can go. But hopefully he's here, so that's good. So I don't know which to pick. Just pick one. Anybody? Oh, y'all said 3, which says marked an equalization of society with highest and da-da-da-da-da. And yes, you were right. It was number 3. And it says, after dinner, I took my leave, leaving my wife with my cousin, I guess it's spelled Cozen, Stradwick, and went to Westminster to Mr. Vine's, where George and I fiddled a good while. Dick and his wife, who was lately brought to bed, and her sister being there, but Mr. Hudson not coming according to his promise, I went away, and calling at my house on the wench, I took her and the lanthorn with me to my cousin Stradwick. That's old-timey. Old-timey talk in the 1660s. You had to fast forward. You took a call. Queen Bee and was behind. Ed still in the hospital, slowly getting better. Woo! But the yarn fairy isn't doing as well as you are. She's still having difficulties breathing. And that's your wife, right? Well, Squirrel Squad, please keep Ed and his wife, I think that's right, the yarn fairy, in your prayers, that both of them. Yes, happy anniversary, Dago. Until they are returned to health, hopefully soon. In this same account, Pepys records the names of those chosen to be king and queen for the evening. Which of the following methods was traditionally used to allot these roles? Number 1, establishing who were the oldest and youngest guests, hiding a bean and a pea in a cake, praying and then drawing lots, and 4, choosing the man and woman with the highest fun trivia ranking. I'm pretty sure it's not that. Fun trivia is what we're playing right now. Yep, Ed, we will keep you in our prayers, you and your wife. Okay, I see a number 2, bean and pea, Lisa says, and Sharon. Jennifer says 1, establishing who were the oldest and youngest. And David says hiding a bean is traditional. Well, let's go with that, bean and pea. That's it. Y'all know what y'all talking about. And this says, in quotations, we had a brave cake brought us, and in the choosing, Pall was queen and Mr. Stradwick was king. And that comes from Pepys' diary, January 6th, 1660. And then it says the bean and pea were hidden in a cake, which was cut into slices. Whoever received the bean became the king of the bean, and correspondingly, whoever received the pea became the queen. Another important person was the master of ceremonies and planner of mischief for the evening, who went by which of these names? The Goblin of Gluttony, the Lord of Misrule, Misrule, Albert, 4, the Fabricator of Foolery. Hey, Proverbs 31 yarn genie. So, Mary Beth, you know about that since you do that with your Renaissance group. That's cool. Giant hugs to you too, sweet Dora Beth. And y'all could help Miss Dora Beth out, I bet, by and also watch her videos as well as Madonna's. Madonna's just a hoot. She's entertaining and talented. And I love Dora Beth's interaction with her sweet mama, Mother Bays. And David said in some groups they might have hit a tiny Christ child figure instead of a bean. So I know with the Mardi Gras king cakes, they have the hidden little baby in there that's supposed to be the Christ child, I do believe. No ads today for you. That's all right. That's okay. And Sharon said that was in Scrooge's memories. I don't remember that, but that's cool. Sharon says Lord of Misrule, and Jen says the same thing. And Mama Swift says, Dora Beth, my sweet. And David said, it all sounds like broken teeth to him. I hope they saw it before they bit into it. So we're going to go with number 2, the Lord of Misrule. And y'all were right. It says, first of all, and this is in quotes, the wild heads of the parish flocking together choose them a grand captain of mischief, and the spellings of these words are interesting, whom they ennoble with the title of Lord of Misrule, and him they crown with great solemnity and adopt for their king. This done, they tie about either leg 20 or 40 bells with handkerchiefs in their hands, and sometimes laid across over their shoulders and necks. Number 5, no Twelfth Night frivolities were complete without the wassail. I've never had wassail. I guess the closest I've had to wassail is, and Mary Beth says sometimes 2 beans were used if the pea was not available. Is mulled cider. Mama used to make in an old percolator. She would put the spices, cloves, and a cinnamon stick, and orange peel, and all these wonderful things, and then run apple cider through it. Oh my gosh! I need to find me I need to see if her old percolator's still at my brother's. It probably is, but then again, it might be easier just to go somewhere and find one. Do they still sell those, like reproductions of those on Amazon? Maybe. Does anybody know? Okay, so without the wassail. Okay, no 12th Night frivolities were complete without the wassail, which was what? Number 1, an alcoholic punch. 2, a giant sprig of mistletoe under which everyone would kiss. 3, a now distinct form of pig that was roasted as a centerpiece. 4, a line dance. I think I gave it away, huh? But y'all knew this anyway, I'm sure. Golly gosh, we're only 8 minutes away, but I can stay at overtime today. And we can raid Miss Karen. Festivities would also include a belly dancer with the bells and handkerchiefs. So that's kind of how that came to be, I guess. Little history lesson here. Okay, y'all say an alcoholic punch, which is what I was thinking. And that's it. And in quotes again, and the source is 12th Night or King and Queen by Robert Herrick, Herrick. Next, crown a bowlful with gentle lamb's wool. Add sugar, nutmeg, and ginger with store of ale too. And thus you must do to make the wassail a swinger. Okay, number 6 out of 10. Which well-known playwright wrote a play intended for performance on 12th Night with the subtitle, What You Will? Harold Pinter, or Pinter, William Shakespeare, Oscar Wilde, Henrik Ibsen. You love wassail, Mary Beth? Bet it doesn't taste anything like what I was describing, eh? Can use an infusion teapot. Yeah. I could, couldn't I? Hey, Marsh Knitting 101. Glad to have you. Glad to have everybody. Hope I didn't miss anybody. That's what I was thinking, David. Willing to bet it's Shakespeare's 12th Night. That's what I'm thinking. Anybody else thinking, Will, Queen Bee is? Yes, it was. Twelfth Night was written to fit the spirit of the occasion, excuse me, with plenty of drinking, dancing, and foolery, and was first performed at Candlemas, February 2nd, 1602, the formal end of the Epiphany season in the church calendar. Samuel Pepys first saw the play in September 1661 and was not impressed. Okay, number 7. In Ireland, a celebration known as Little Christmas is traditionally held on Twelfth Night or Epiphany. What is the explanation for this custom? It marks the date of Christmas in the Julian calendar. 2, this is the day that the leprechauns celebrate Christmas. It used to take an extra 12 days for the mail boat to arrive with everyone's cards and presents. 4, the Catholic Church wouldn't allow anyone to celebrate during the official 12 days of Christmas. Yeah, Wriggles is here. Sandra says, yep, Amazon has the stovetop percolators. You got one for making coffee on the fire grill if the power's out. That's a good thing to have. I've got, an electric kettle, but that would be a good thing to have for when the power's out. Not that we have a whole lot of those. Yeah, that would be great, Mary Beth. I would love to have that recipe. If you wouldn't mind emailing it, or if you want to put it on our Facebook page, if you're on Facebook. And here it is. It's got that smiley face. She's still here. Sharon is guessing number 4. That's what I was thinking. Irene says number 1. It marks the date of Christmas in the Julian calendar. Barbara said they still make them because campers and preppers like to use them. That makes sense. And Queen Bee saying 3 on that one, which is it used to take an extra 12 days for the mail boat to arrive. Pixie Stitch is going with the leprechauns just for fun. Thank you, Angela. I always enjoy you being here and staying until the end. Thank you, thank you. Cynthia King, you did almost. But you know what? I'm staying on later tonight. Staying on till Miss Karen comes on if I can. So we got 33 more minutes. And we're almost done with this, so we can just chat about whatever. So you have one, you love your percolator. Cynthia says, woo! I'm going number 4. Oh, that was wrong. Whoever said the Julian calendar is right? I'm not going to read all that stuff just to get through this. Number 8, in the Orthodox calendar, the date of Twelfth Night isn't just the ending of the Christmas season, but also the eve of an important feast. Why do many Orthodox Christians jump into extremely cold rivers on this particular feast day? To sympathize with all those martyrs killed by drowning, to remember the baptism of Jesus. It is the date of the annual swim-a-thon in aid of retired monks. It is the feast day of Saint Cousteau, the patron saint of divers. I think we can roll a couple of those out right away. Love it. Use it when you go camping. Polar bear plunge, says Queen Bee. Cynthia King says number 2. That's what I was thinking, to remember the baptism of Jesus. And that's what Sharon is saying. Baptism. What about the rest of you folks? My Nana Michelle still here? Yeah, there she is. She said, woo! I was thinking Cynthia said that. My Nana said that. Okay, that was it. To remember the baptism of Jesus, it said in Western churches, January 6th is the Epiphany and marks the bringing of the Magi's gifts to the infant Jesus. In Orthodox churches, it's known as the Feast of the... I can't say that, David. Theophany, and commemorates the baptism of Jesus in the Jordan River and its threefold manifestation of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. This date, of course, falls later. Doggone, it went away. Okay, number 9. 12th night also marks the beginning of which other period of celebration? I cannot say this. Whitsuntide is what number 1 looks like. Whitsuntide. 2, Lent. 3, Advent. Mardi Gras Carnival. The King says, hey, Nana Michelle. Hey, Aussie Yarny. What say y'all on that one? Did you hear it? Need to hear it again? 12th night also marks the beginning of which other period of celebration? Whitsuntide, Whitsuntide. Lent, Advent, Mardi Gras Carnival. I'm thinking Mardi Gras. Well, Mardi Gras changes. And Advent is before Christmas. Advent means the coming of. Right? Hey, Lydia. Y'all thinking Lent? Lent, Mardi Gras has to do with Lent. Hey, Vicky Rains. Oh, we just chit-chatted. I just howdied everybody, and then we've been doing a little on the 12th, some funtrivia.com about 12th night. Oops again. Cynthia King says, what you oopsing about, girlfriend? I'm missing your oopsies. 2, you think, Lent? Mardi Gras. The Mardi Gras Carnival period begins on 12th night and runs through to Shrove Tuesday or Fat Tuesday. One of the traditions of Mardi Gras in America is the king cake. And it says with the bean inside, although today's cakes are more likely to contain a plastic figure than the bean. The 12th night tradition of choosing a queen by bean, familiar as European custom, was first introduced to New Orleans in 1870, that first year. And then let's see if it said. That first year, however, proved a disaster when nobody could find the bean in the cake. So the bean is supposed to be, I think, the Christ child, isn't it? The carnival spirit of Mardi Gras has traditionally been seen as a precursor to the deprivation of Lent. It is as likely, though, to tap into earlier pagan festivals that celebrated the restoration of order and fertility, just as the period leading up to 12th night was characterized by the Lord of Misrule. Okay, and the last one. Robert Baddeley, Badddeley, was an 18th century actor. What is his enduring part in the story of Twelfth Night? Number one, his greatest performance was as King Lear on Twelfth Night, 1755. Number two, he bequeathed money to provide wine and cake for actors on Twelfth Night. 3, he was the first person to suggest celebrating on that day. 4, his musical compositions inspired a 20th century rock group called Twelfth Night. Hey, Niecy, getting ready to drive. Okay, travel mercies. Be careful. What y'all think? What y'all thinking? You got thoughts? Let me just pick one. Want me to just pick? Miss Digo, remind me of when your birthday is again. Oh, it's snowing. Be extra careful then. Irene's got to go. She's got to feed the peoples. Okay, darling. Thanks for coming. Dinky Craft Jennifer says number one, his greatest performance was King Lear on 12th Night, 1755. I'm going with it because I don't see anything else. Well, Queen Bee Crochet says 2. Let's try number 1. That wasn't it. And number 2 wasn't it. I think it was the last one. He bequeathed money to provide wine and cake for the actors on 12th Night was the correct answer. And it says this guy's life was not without incident. He eloped with his wife, Sophia, also an actor, when she was 18. She then left him after being involved in a succession of scandals. Baddeley was a member of David Garrick's Drury Lane Company and even fought a duel connected to his marriage breakup with Garrick's brother. In his will, he left £3 per year to provide wine and cakes for those performing at Drury Lane on 12th Night. And it says, forgive me a small indulgence. Well, doggone, that went away. There was a 20th century rock group called 12th Night, and they are one of his favorite acts. Your birthday's the 22nd, Digo. I should be able to remember that. Isn't my sissy's December 18th? I'm terrible. Teresa Patton, I want to say, is hers the same as yours, Digo? She's got a birthday twin. I forget who it is. But my son-in-law, Jeff, the one that came here and did so much work. Hey, Mobs, you back? It's okay. Not a problem. I'm staying on later. Ed Carr says, good night, Irene. Isn't that a song? Cynthia says her son's birthday is the 23rd. Ola Joe says, yes, it is. And Ola Joe, is that yours too? And Niecy's is tomorrow. And I'm not on tomorrow, so happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday tomorrow, Niecy. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Flower Tammy said her daughter was born on Christmas Day. Ed said his late mom's would have been on the 18th. Ola Joe says. What did Ola Joe say? I missed it. She's the birthday twin. Okay, so 18th. 18th. I got to get my hind end in gear. Okay, so we are done with that, and we'll just kind of talk whatever. This is something I was gonna, have I shown you this creepy doll before? I was gonna show you this as a throwback. This on my, got the rubber head, the rubber hair. She does have the eyes that blink. An old lady, she was an aunt of a best friend. Her arms are not jointed. She's vinyl. She's really in pretty good shape. I imagine she's old. This lady died when she was on up, I want to say maybe 88, and she gave me this doll. And I want to say that it was some kind of mail order kind of thing. But she's got her original shoes, socks, as far as I know, her original panties. And got a little slit, a little eyelet slit. It may not be original because that lady could sew also, but got like a little Dorothy kind of sort of outfit with the apron and stuff. They have German roots, but as far as I know that, yeah, happy birthday to all of you that are coming up. Y'all please remind me if I'm on when your birthday is. I would love to regale you with my caterwauling. Queen Bee says hers is the furthest you can get away from Christmas. Little Debbie, maybe. Could have been. And Nana Michelle says happy birthday, Niecy, in case she forgets. Hey, Elisa, I haven't gotten Faith out. I was showing an old, I guess she's antique. Pretty sure. Here's Miss Faith, my co-host, besides Nana Michelle. But Nana Michelle's not here. Faith holds down the fort, and now we have a new one. Miss Molly May. If you don't know, that name right there, Anaya's Toy Box. Elisa is the brain behind that Etsy shop, or the creator. And she does lovely, lovely work. Saw this beautiful green-eyed doll. She just gifted me this, sweet girl. And I saw this in her Etsy shop. So check her out. Check her out. Yep, Molly May. Her May is spelled M-A-E, but that's all right. I do too. Love them. I need to get them some stands. Elisa, I want to ask you, and I'm asking you at the 13th hour. So if you can't do it, if you're busy, I know this busy time of year, but I have not. And here it is. What is it? The 6th? Terrible about it. Yeah, the 6th of December. Well, that's not real bad. I have not sent. I got one or two here, but people sent them to me. I don't guess they would mind. But could you make me just a little squirrel, or however it's best for, if little is some kind of little squirrel that I could make into an ornament to send to Crystal Bod. And I would totally give you credit for the making. And then Crystal would call you out. If you can't do it, we'll plan on doing that for next year. And I'll just either send something or not for this year. She might have a date at the base of her neck in the back, Barbara says. I look back there, but not real well. But what she does have is a hole. It's like her head pops off, I guess. I'm afraid to take it off. There's bound to be a reason for that. I don't know if there was... It feels like sort of a... what do you call those? Grommet kind of thing. You see if I can... Her dress is sewn on, so... Can't really go down. I'll check her out more later. And her body is... Her body's vinyl too. Look, little belly button and everything. See if she's got anything on her backside. Looks like a little V back here, maybe. It's even got a little behindy crack, but you see that? I don't know if y'all can you see that right there? Kind of looks like a V with part of the V on the left side kind of rubbed out, or is it TT? Maybe I'll try to look it up. Oh no, Jackie, weather's changing, so now you feel crappy. Is it your sinuses or something? May have had a cord to make her cry or say mama. Yeah, it could have. Oh, Dago, you can? Let's see, what did, oh no, Elisa, I'm so sorry. That's fine. Look, Dago said she could, and Dago, I will pay you for sure. That'll be great. You have time? It could have been, I mean, there's nothing. And the lady that, she was kind of loopy about it. She sort of she's probably doing better than I would be at her age, but I'll have to, I don't know a whole lot about finding out about dolls, but it's just usual cold symptoms. Got it. Yes, prayers for Elisa's hubby and for her having I feel for folks like Mama Swift and anybody that has to take care of it. Of course, that's her son, and I'm sure she'd want to be the one to take care of him. Yep, could have been. Lydia said Fleece and Harmony has a squirrel advent for $65 or so in a kit from Prince. That's maybe a little more than I wouldn't mind giving Dago, or at least, Lisa's got one she can do, but if, yeah, her hairstyle's cute. Kind of reminds me of a 50s doll, but I don't know much about 30s and 40s dolls. But I dug her up. She was in a closet. I don't have a whole lot of dolls, but I have a couple. Okay, Aussie Yarny, thanks for checking in. Well, thank you, Dago. We'll talk. We will talk to something little, unless it's easier to make something bigger, and I'll pay you decent. I feel like I know I need to give Elisa some more money. She don't charge near enough for these gorgeous dolls. But it just went through Etsy, so. Well, that is wonderful, Miss Dago. I would appreciate it. Jackie said you went crazy Sunday. You caught sales at Joann's, so you bought more. Well, hey, you got to get it when you catch those sales, right? If you can send Marsh Knitting, if you can send you a picture, the picture of that baby. Okay, tell me your can you email me, Marsh Knitting? My email is it's in this description box. It's just GrannyDee, all in lowercase, all together. GrannyDee, GrannyDee 5959 at mail, not Gmail, mail.com. If you could email me, and then I'll have your email and I can send you a picture. I know, Elisa, but they're worth it to me. Yeah. If I don't give you moolah, I'll do something. I still got to get Jen taken care of. Jen, I still hadn't forgotten you. And you know what? What time do we have? 6:21. I tell you what I'll do. Check this out. How many people we got here? 56. That's all right. Y'all are gonna freak. Maybe. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season though, right? Oh. Guess what? These are cloud cakes. I have 2 of them. I already tried to I had trouble crocheting with it. I had trouble seeing my stitches, but maybe I need to use a larger hook. Y'all, if y'all haven't felt this is saltwater taffy. You can still find these. I think they're on sale, but they're almost all sold out. Tell you what, I'm going to put a mark in the chat. And y'all you got the gray and the teal ones. They are so soft. I almost just want to keep it just to feel it. I got 2 of these and 1 of the teal ones. But it's got so much yardage in it, I don't really need 2 of them, I don't think. And if I do, I'll get another one. You found an old doll and a lady at a huge crap bought her from you for over $200 about 20 years ago. That's wild. This is called saltwater taffy. It's a Karen cake, cloud cake. And it's 8.5 ounces, 760 yards. That's 695 meters. And it doesn't matter where you live. I'll send it to you. 'Tis the season. Hey, Tina. Hey, Jeannie. Hey, everybody. That's just coming in. You wanted that sparkle yarn by Big Twist, so you found it in blue and black, Jackie said. Okay. So, I'm going to mark the chat. And y'all just write. I'm going to type the word that I want y'all to write. You're just going to write yarn. Hey, Connie, Buckle Bunny. Don't say it now. Wait until you see mark and then yarn. Hey, Suzanne. And do it one time. If you do it more than If you type yarn more than one time, we'll have to disqualify you. And if I can have all my mods, y'all can play too, but if you can help me make sure folks just put it in one time. We got 60 here right now. Those folks came in right. I think my lurkers came in maybe, which is fine. So just type it one time. And if everybody could stop commenting, because I'm going to do the random number picker and it helps us count if we're not having to go through. I'm going to show you it's going to be yarn. I've got the word mark, hyphen, and yarn, and you're just going to type yarn. Not yet, not till you see my mark and that word, which I'm getting ready to do. Everybody ready? One time. And please don't be saying hey and this and that to each other. If you do, we might have to get rid of those just to make it easier to count. Y'all know how Reggie does. Get my IDs from Reggie. But if y'all just hold off for a minute till we can get this done. Okay? Everybody finish talking a minute so we can get this done? Okay, here we go. Okay, now you can type yarn one time. If you do it more than once, you'll be out. Just one time, one time, one time. Hey, Nana, don't answer me now since you're doing this, but did I ask if your food was good? You can tell me after we get done. Your basmati rice and lentils or red beans? Hey, Deanne Spencer, I say hi to you. I love when y'all do this too. I can see everybody. There's Niecy. I hope you're home. I don't want to make anybody wreck. Maybe you had a stop sign or a light, or you're probably home by now. Okay, are we all in? Because it's got about 3 more minutes before it's time to. Hey, and when you go to Karen's, would you please say Squirrel Raid? I'll forget it, but it would be great if y'all would remember. Then I might actually pick up a few more squirrels. Y'all, I need 480 more squirrels to get to 5K. And it doesn't matter. Whenever it happens, it happens. But Lordy, where am I going to find 480 squirrels? Are we all in? I'm getting ready to type stop. Well, it would help if I would. There we go. All in? All in? Okay, Dago said she counted 46. Lorna, did you get in? Lorna, did you put yarn in? Since you just came in, you can go ahead and put it in too. We'll count Lorna as number 47. Since y'all already counted 46, I'm just going to go with y'all's count. But Lorna just came in. I'm going to let her, she's been coming. Lorna, type yarn. So you can. I mean, just type it. Just type yarn, Lorna. I'm going to let you get in. Nobody else, though. Yes, the red lentils and basmati rice was delicious. I'm glad you remember. Tell me. Bet it was. I want some of Nana Michelle's cooking. You don't want it, Lorna? You okay with not? If you're okay with Not, then we'll just go with 46. Okay. Here's my phone. Hey, Siri. Pick a random number between 1 and... Are we going with what Lorna decided to do? Okay, pick a number between... Hey, Siri. Pick a random number between 1 and 46. Okay.
A random number between 1 and 46 is 35.
Well, Lorna, I said to anywhere, so it's okay. You know what that means? It's time to go to Karen's. But let's find out who won. It goes by my screen. What'd they say? 35? It went away. I think it went away. 35 was what it said, right? Pretty sure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Darn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. I'm pretty sure I counted right, and I got Flower Tammy. Woo! I'll be doing this, y'all, because I am in the mood. And I told y'all I was going to be having lots more giveaways. And I got to get to those. I have to take a picture of the bags, but I still so appreciate my kids help picking me up on my mess and getting me a beautiful room in here. Love my chair. Got a nice desk. And in the kitchen too. So Flower Tammy, send me your Addie. Send me your address. And Tina says, hello, Connie. And if it was someone else who said hello, she can't remember. So Tina says, hey to everybody, Crafts by the Rose. And she loves everybody. We all love everybody. We got such a lovely group. And I will see y'all. Save me a chair over at Karen's. We are late getting over there. So apologize. And I'll be over there in just a minute. Please remember to say squirrel raid when you go in. And I'll try to remember myself. Hey, Nina. We're getting ready to leave. My hour is over. Hour and a half, actually. And Michelle's giving me the boop sign like Dina used to. Y'all be sweet, don't be ugly, and I'll see you over at Yarn Addicts with Karen's. Everybody got her link. Y'all know how to get over there, right? Love y'all. Merry Christmas. Boop, bitty, boop, 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 boop.